I mean, your tyres need changing. I mean, can you hear that? Hear that clunk? There's a little bit of metal there, but nothing.
Now, this is my RS3 that I recently bought, and today I'm gonna bring it out to my mechanic to see exactly what's wrong with it, as well as doing a minor service on this car. Now, for those who are new to the channel, just a quick recap. I recently bought this. Now, this is the bottom of the market on the cheaper and higher mileage RS3, and it has done 116,000 kilometers. Now it's 117,000 kilometers driving down from Sydney. I just drove this yesterday, and so today I'm gonna bring it up to my mechanic just to go through everything to see exactly what's wrong with it. I'm gonna put it up on the hoist and see if there's anything majorly wrong with it, whether or not if I bought a lemon or I bought something really nice. Let's get going.
Hello, welcome to SBS Motorsports. This is Jesse. Jesse's a homosexual.
All right, so this is Matt. Matt is the main man at SV Motorsports. You are a Audi fanatic, and you basically work on Audis and Volkswagens. Do you do?
Yes, I love Audis.
Oh yeah. So he worked on pretty much all of my cars, and I remember bringing my AMG here, and he didn't like it at all. It's like
I don't remember that.
yeah. So okay. So about the RS3 now, what do you know about them?
Shit boxes, don't ever buy one. No, they're terrors in a straight line.
Yeah.
Absolute terrors.
Oh, one quick question, like what's the torque split between these? Because I know like the S3s are mostly front wheel drive. What about
The torque split's actually the same on these.
Oh really?
Yeah,
So,
they're the same as an S3. They run the same Haldex setup. Nothing's different.
so mostly like they are on the front wheels, and only
Yeah.
when you need traction the rears.
When they lose traction, the rears kick in strongly.
Okay, so a bit. Okay, so what's the difference between? And I remember asking you if I should get the pre-facelift, and you are highly against it. Why is that?
Because, all right, so a lot of people buy these cars, especially to modify. And when you start looking mod for mod with the S3, which is obviously the little brother, you start finding that with the pre-facelift, that the differences in performance isn't as great as it should be when you've got an RS3. Like, you shouldn't have an S3 keeping up with you if you've both got a stage 1. Like, you should be stomping it. But that's not the case with a pre-facelift.
Okay.
And I feel that's a waste. On top of the problems they have with overfueling, not good. But when it
I don't
comes
like it.
between RS3 facelift and pre-facelift, the Dazza is unbeatable.
Yeah,
Absolutely unbeatable.
That's is it true that they have like port injection and direct injection as well?
Yeah, whereas the old one,
It just has like the.
the direct.
Why do you think the Dazza is superior compared to like the previous version? Internals, beefier? Or...
No, so it's the turbo. It comes down to the turbo. I prefer the sound of the pre-facelift. They've got a different block, different head design, so they
Oh.
sound different. It could also be that because it's got a different turbo with a smaller rehousing, smaller compressor, that might also have an effect on the way it sounds. But I do prefer the sound of a pre-facelift. But when it comes to performance, the turbo on this is unbeatable. They're not the same.
Oh,
Not the same.
so not only the engine is different, the turbo itself is
It's substantially
different.
larger in this. Like with a pre-facelift, not all of them like E85. The ones that do like E85, you could probably get about 280, 290 kilowatts of the wheels, maybe 300 if you're lucky.
A lot of people do like stage 1, or like factory. They're really like tame. So what? So normally, if you get a stage 1, what sort of gains that people would?
Okay, let's start off first with the whole tame. Tame to someone like you who has had high performance cars, yes. Tame to someone that's coming into the market never having a high performance car, no. They're pretty wild from factory for someone that has never driven something like this. Like if you've got, say, you owned a Prelude for most of your life and you got a good job and now you want to, splurge on yourself and you buy yourself an RS3 facelift, you will shit your pants the first time you put your foot down or do a launch control. But with a background like yours, I can understand why you think this is tame. I mean, your AMG, even though I didn't like it,
Oh, it was fast.
it was literally, it's only been beaten recently
Really?
in its 80 to 120 time. by an RS3 that we did,
Oh, no
and
way.
that just beat it by a little bit. So I can understand why this would feel very tame.
Yeah.
The differences between stock and a stage 1, you're looking at about 220 odd kilowatts roughly on these when they're stock at the wheels, 220, 230, depending how lucky you are. Whereas when you do a stage 1, you're going to be looking at about 280, 290 kilowatts, depending how far the tuner wants to push it. We generally don't push them too far because, you don't have the sporting mods like bigger intercooler, a higher flowing exhaust, which then creates too much back pressure for the turbo, which then makes it work harder. So we tend to keep it more in the 270, 280 mark. When you go to a stage 2, you're looking at like 300, 310 kilowatts at the wheels. You got E85, you're looking anywhere from 360 to 380.
Holy shit. That's
Which is
just
a-
like from stage 1.
Yeah,
On
which
the
is,
E85.
oh no, that'll be a stage 2 on E85 with the downpipe and all the rest of it. Now, when you look at the difference between that and a pre-facelift with the exact same mods, you're looking at anywhere between 90 to 110 kilowatt difference at the wheels. It's tremendous.
Yeah.
So this is why I prefer the facelift over a pre-facelift. It's just not worth modding a pre-facelift in my eyes.
You ought to get a S3, basically, then an RS3.
Yeah, if you're going to get a pre-facelift RS3, buy an S3, and with the leftover money you've got a car that will now do easily 10s every single pass, maybe even get into the 9s. So you'll have a car that destroys most RS3s, which is what we're building with the blue S3. But we'll get into that another time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Jesse is the tech here, and what we're gonna do is that we are gonna do a service, and we're just gonna look underneath the car, and he's gonna tell me, go through the car and see what's wrong with it, or hopefully there's nothing wrong with the car. So how you going, Jesse? So there's quite a few pretty nice cars in here. We got a Supra with a big turbo, and as well it has a 6-speed Magnum transmission. Right. I've seen this in the shop for quite a while, and yeah, I'm really keen to see this running again. There's a few pretty cool projects going on. I've been bringing my cars here over the years, and yeah, like the first time I ever came here was when I brought my Audi TT the first time. So what do we got? It looks pretty clean.
Yeah, I mean, there are
No
major
leaks.
oil leaks. No coolant. I mean, it's pretty clean. Even the bushes are intact.
Yeah.
Oh, had a good mechanic here. They've actually marked bolts. So whoever had this car has looked after it and took it to somebody who's pretty good. Had the subframe out before. Maybe in alignment.
Right. Yeah. How can you tell?
Because it's got a white marker on it. Just here. So
Wait, so like if you do an alignment, like do you have to actually remove like the subframe?
they wouldn't remove it, but they would loosen it so they can like jiggle it around a bit, get it aligned.
Right.
No trans bolts have been taken out before.
Yeah, the apparently the transfer case is actually pretty common to fail on this, and then the transfer case has been replaced before.
Yeah. Fuck, you've actually bought a good car. There's nothing to. No.
There's nothing to roast.
No. I mean, your tires need changing. I mean, can you hear that? Hear that clunk?
What does it mean? They're just old?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
I literally have nothing to find. Your
Well-
front pads are getting a little low. Well, a little low there, beyond halfway. There's probably like 3-4 mil left on them. And there's a huge lip on those.
Yeah, when I bought it, like when I saw like the brakes as well, like there's a lot of grooves.
Yeah.
In the rotors.
Yeah. They always get grooves for some reason. It's probably because of the drilling.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably a little big. Yeah, it's fucking fucking perfect.
Well, I didn't buy a lemon.
Wait, you can't tell until we drain the oil.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be no particles in it.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
This is my service in a while, but
Yeah, I think that like the last service according to the system anyway, it's quite well, like Audi recommends every 15,000 kilometers, but I do want to change them a lot more often.
I reckon maybe like 8 or 10.
Sorry,
I would have to guess 8 or 10,
8 or 10.
maybe. We'll just wait till it runs out so we can see if any metal. There's a little bit of metal there, but nothing it's like worth worrying about. Yeah, it's alright. Just standard wear. As long as you're not seeing copper or brass colored particles.
Now there's a bit of scratch here, and I'm fairly sure like that's for me because I have a really steep driveway, and it seems to be scraping every single time that I go in and out from the house. So yeah, like definitely like I can't lower this car.
I always go raw. I don't wear anything ever. Fuck that.
Oh, these are notorious for breaking.
Oh really?
Yours is
I will
broken
never
though.
even go see it.
I'll show you in a second.
Later
If it's
tonight.
starting to break.
Like normal time later.
No, this looks brand new.
Oh, probably.
It's already broken and been
Yeah.
replaced. Yeah, usually you got to pull them off and then the yellow part is braced off. It's like,
So LD recommends every 15,000 kilometers, and I'm gonna set it to every 7,500 kilometers. So that way, you know, like we can service. I will get reminded to service it more regularly. Right, we're gonna do a scan, and we can see what we get.
I mean, they're all clearing. Battery was probably taken out at one point or ran flat. See if they come back.
No codes.
Cool.
Awesome. Just did a service, bought a t-shirt from them as well. Nothing beats a freshly serviced car, and now I'm finally having that peace of mind of driving this car now, because I've been driving it unserviced for the past week, and honestly, like the service interval is not even up yet, but I like to service my car when I bought it just for the peace of mind. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like this video, definitely like, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, and I'll see you guys next time.